48 hours, you can be out.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back in 80 Lumley Arena from Cornwall, Ontario, Canada. The Cornwall Colts and the Sarnia Sting facing for the first of a few times this season. And, of course, we know that this is shaping up to be an interesting one. Well, to say the least, we know that the Cornwall Colts have become one of the best teams in the league now, and they're being looked upon by a lot of teams as a threat. And here tonight will be a test for sure. Good early 2 stops for Shabbat as Vita gets the pass. The Sting have been unreal this year, 9-3-2 versus Cornwall's 9-1-2. So, of course, Cornwall 2 less losses than Sarnia. Here's a shot that's blocked. They get it back. That pass came in front. It just missed, was on. But Cornwall's been playing outrageous recently. Here's Schwitt. Breakaway in on Shabbat. Scores! And that's not the start that Cornwall was looking for, but Sarnia will definitely take that for a start. They sure will. They've been on a little bit of a roll recently. 2-game losing streak, losing both to the Oshawa Generals at home. 4-1 and 3-2. The first effort was absolutely ugly. The second effort they did show up, but still fell short in regulation against Oshawa back-to-back games. Here's O'Mary, bringing it down the left side, firing it. That went over the net. So Cornwall will be tested tonight. Early lead, and there's a big save by Shabbat as they try to make it 2-0. Behind the goal, looking to feed it out front again. Vita trying to defend on that. The Sting have control of it. Here's a drop to Fisher. That shot redirects wide. It's given away to Doucette in front. Centers. O'Mary knocked out by Shabbat. It's been all Sarnia. Colts standing around. Schwitt looking to the net. Can't get it there. Turned it over to Marnell. The pass finds Bendelis. He's behind the D. He'll get it back. What a play by Bendelis, but turned it over to Fisher. Here's Marko Sicic in over the line. Going right to the net. And he's stopped, and it goes in behind. Back out front at Sicic. Here's O'Mary with it. Trying to get it to the goal. Now Filak in front. Big save made by Shabbat. It's been all Sting early. Here comes McDonald. Step the other way. Colts are in. That shot easily handled. First of the night for Cornwall. Back. There's another. It goes way off the mark wide. Here's McDonald. Circles back in his own end. The pass finds O'Mary. Here's Carter Kostic. Down the right side. In over the Cornwall line. Trying to get to the goal. Circle back. Pass in front. Way. His shot. Glance wide. 6.5 to go in the 1-0 Sarnia first as here comes Robitaille stepping in. Robitaille easily stopped by Serzica, but he tested him nonetheless. Filak. Here's Kostic. Back to Way. Way with it. Circling off the forecheck of the Colts, but now they get it back, and here they come. Beliveau. Wine. Shoots. Good save, Serzica, and the rebound out of the way there as here comes Way. 2-on-1. Here come the Sting. Cooper Way. Stopped by Shabbat. Colts have it again. The pass finds Logan. 9-1-2 on the season, Cornwall. Second overall right now. As here's Moran. Well, they are behind Toronto in points, but they have 2 less losses than Toronto as well. Wainwright. That's blocked. Picked up by McDonald. Here's Moses. Big save again. Last minute of play in the first period. Pass to LeBom. He's in. He'll shoot it. Glove save Serzica as that one came bouncing out. Brown. Not much of a test here in this opening period for Nick Serzica, but his Sting will take a 1-0 lead into the locker room after 1 tonight here in Cornwall. So your score after 1 period of play, it's the Sarnia Sting 1 and the Cornwall Colts nothing. The hits are 3-2 Cornwall. Faceoffs 2-0 Sting. No power plays. It's 1-0 Sarnia after 1. Welcome into period 2 here tonight from Media Lumley Arena. The Cornwall Colts will be tested here. And here we go. Fisher in over the line with it. Going right to the net. And he's stopped by Shabbat to start the period. The pass ahead to Christoph. He'll have to chase it down. Sting on it. Penalty coming. It's going to Cornwall. Schwitt for Doucette. His pass to Fisher. Here come the Sting. Sicic in over the line. Going to the net. Stopped by Shabbat. It rolled back to him. He holds on for a face-off. Power play Sarnia. Well, Cornwall has been a little bit on their heels here tonight in this one. They have to find their groove here in the second period and quite fast because it's all Sarnia. McDonald, that deflected and a good save made by Shabbat on the redirect. Another chance, scores! It was stopped by Shabbat, but it trickles in, and Sarnia has a 2-0 lead. It's a power play goal. They're 1-for-1 on the afternoon. Good start for them for sure, and this is exactly what you want to see from the Sarnia Sting against a team that's currently better than them in the standings, which has surprised everyone to begin with, but the way they've been playing definitely provides that they are the better team, just not tonight. Well, they're going to be tested here tonight against the downfalls of their play as they're down 2-0 in this contest. Face off one back, Marnell to Vita. He has Lazon. Joe Vita going to the net. There's trouble! Rolled off his stick. He'll play it back, but Strzica easily scoops it up for another face-off. Here we go. So here we go. Face-off one back. Picked up by the Sting. McDonald being tested. Here's Way with it. All Sarnia tonight. Silence from the Cornwall fans this far. It has not been their night, and obviously it's not going to be their night every night, but you got to show up at least. Here's a shot that goes over the goal. Vita picks it up down low. Wine shoots. Good save. They score. There it is. Exactly what they needed. 2-1. So Joe Vita on the side of things once again as he gets the assist on the goal. He has been such a big piece for this team this year. That pass for Caden Pike. He'll scoop by. Scores! Tie game! Caden Pike. He went right through everybody and beat Strzica to the left post. 2-2. Well, if you're the Sarnia Sting, you need to get back to your game plan quickly here. It's a brand new game. And guess who's awake now? The Cornwall Colts. Pass ahead for Robitaille. Here they come again. That drop pass. Frazier fires. It goes wide of the net. It does come out and back down the ice. So the Colts will go back to get in their own end. We're almost halfway. 2-2 here tonight for Meady Wimley. Turnover there. Here's Way with it. Back to the point. Young has a way and he's stopped. Rebound bouncing in the paint. They score! They're back in front again, rewarded from their play down low. And the Sarnia Sting regain the lead 3-2 at the 10:03 mark of the second period. Looks like we're going to have a back and forth night here tonight, does it not? And obviously we've seen it all night long, but just again here tonight we're seeing it as the Sarnia Sting relentless on the play. Face off one back, Marnell. For Caden Pike, he has a goal in this game. It got it tied, but now we are 3-2 Sarnia. Sting ahead by one again. Here's Marnell. Might be a 2-on-1. He has Pike with him. Here's the shot. Fanned on it. Threw it out front of the net. You can see some frustration there. The Colts may have wanted a penalty on that, actually. There may have been a tug on the arm that was missed. Here's Felak going to the net with it. In behind, looking out front. Here's his teammate. Big save made by Shabbat. Pike to Moran. Here come the Colts again. They're going to have to get to the attack quickly here. Moran shoots. Saved by Strzica. Bouncing puck, Beliveau. Kick that back. No one there to hold the line. Logan will go back to his own zone to get it. Under 5 to go in the middle period. 3-2 Sarnia. That bank off the boards and down the ice it goes. And touched by Strzica, so no icing. Here's Young to Felak. Logan tried to cut him off. Caden Pike will have to do that. He's after him in the left corner of the Cornwall zone. That came out front. Logan to Beliveau, and here comes Cornwall. Beliveau, 2 to go in the period. circles back, kicks it free. It's Moran, has a man going to the net, and he backhanded that wide. O'Mary to Schwint. Last minute of play in this second period. Schwint firing it wide. Ricochet to Beliveau. He'll chip it ahead for Vita. This might be trouble. Vita, he'll go right to the net. Joe Vita shooting. Stop by Serzicha. 5 seconds to go in the middle period. 3-2, Sarnia. So here's O'Mary. Fisher now. End of 2, 3-2 Sting. So your score after 2 periods of play, the Sarnia Sting 3, the Cornwall Colts 2. The shot to goal 14-10 Sarnia. Hits 3 apiece. The hits 8-3 Sting. Power plays 1-for-1 Sting. Cornwall hasn't had one. 3-2 after 2. Welcome into period 3 here tonight. The Cornwall Colts and the Sarnia Sting ready to commence on the final period of this one. Cornwall looking to come back on home ice once again. Here's a turnover to start the third. Fisher has it. As Vita was chasing him back. Here's Doucette with it. The middle of the ice. Now in over the line. It's Tyson Doucette going right to the net. Sticked away by Chabot. The pass finds Lazon, and this might be trouble now. Here's Lazon. Gave it away to Fisher. What a play there by the Sting to get back and cut that opportunity. Sičić now. Glove save made by Chabot. Rebound down low, the pass for Schwint taken away by Fernand. He'll center it off to Vita. Here they come. Vita with a man, shoots, scores! He does it again! Joe Vita, tie game, 3-3. Remember when we said earlier this might be the year of the Cornwall Colts? Starting to look that way, isn't it? Here we go. Fisher moving in. There's the shot, scores! A quick response again by the Sarnia Sting. As they find themselves in front again, Fisher just puts it to the net. It handcuffs the goaltender Caleb Chabot, slips its way underneath his arm, and it's 4-3. Right after the Cornwall Colts get it back, they go down again, and Sarnia putting them to the test this afternoon. Draw one, here's Marnell to Fisher. Now Fraser looks back, he'll turn that over to Fisher, and here come the Sting again. 1-goal lead in this third period. They just got it back moments ago. Pike to Bindelis. Turning it over. Sičić fans on it, and now here go the Colts. It's Fraser. 13.5 to go, far from over. Here's the shot, blocked, rebound, where is it? And Serzicha's on top of it for a faceoff. So faceoff will come here to the right side of the goal. Cornwall being tested all night long. They've been trailing all night long. Faceoff one, shot, tip, save. Rebound. Colts get it out of there. It's Caden Pike, centers it over on the one-time chance. Fraser can't get the shot, and Schwint carries it out. Here's Schwint circling off the forecheck. Sting holding on to a 1-goal lead in this third period. O'Mary shooting from distance. That goes wide of the net. Pike is in to get it. And Caden Pike with a goal in this game already. We'll test them again here. Here goes Pike with speed, breaking in on goal. Rolls off his stick, he goes back to get it. That pass in front, there's the shot, and Serzicha makes the stop and holds on with 9:02 to go. Sting 4, Colts 3 from Cornwall. Here's the face-off. One back picked up by O'Mary. Nathan O'Mary in his own end, he'll center that ahead to Felak, and Felak brings it down. Left side, in on goal. It's shrugged away. LeBom trying to get back to it. Way with it. To O'Mary. Man open, but it was turned over. And the Cornwall Colts are going to race it down here. No icing as Serzicha out of his net to play it. Here's O'Mary. In behind the net, looking ahead. He has Carter Kostic. Kostic circles in his own end. To Filak. And a penalty coming. And it's going to Cornwall. With 5 to go. They'll go to the box for 2 of it. Face off left side of the net here. These two teams will play again next game in Sarnia. So we'll see you there in moments after this game ends. Here's Sitchich, big save. It doesn't go. What a stop by Caleb Shabbat. The game on the line as here comes Logan. He scoots by. Backhander stop. It rolled off his stick on the rebound. Was holding on to it for a moment there, and now here's Doucette. He'll test Shabbat again. Big save made. He holds on. Good chances both ways, but Caleb Shabbat just made a game saver in between the Cornwall pipes again. We've seen it all year long. This kid is something special. Draw one back. Here's McDonald. Winds, shoots. Good kick stop. Pass finds Frazier. He has Lazon looking to go to the net, and here he goes. It's Colby Lazon. He's in. He'll center it over to Frazier instead of taking the shot. Drops for Ursoni to Lazon. The shot blocked. It goes in behind the net. Lazon was back to it momentarily. Now it's Sitchich. He'll bank it off the boards ahead for Doucette. Ursoni took it away from him, but then a big hit on the play. Doucette centers that off. Here's Lazon. He has a man with him in LeBom. Here's a pass ahead. Frazier. Here's the chance. What a stop, and the rebound bounced over the stick of Lazon. Has it again. He'll shoot it over the nets. In behind the goal, it's Doucette who finds it. Time running out here for the Cornwall Colts. Last minute of play in the third period. Here's Marnell. Off the bench comes Vida. Schwint with it to Way. Here's another shot. Way! Big save made. Plays that down, the pass ahead for Vida. Here he goes again. He's not going to stop. Joe Vida! Big save, Serzicha. Still has it. Pass in front was on. It doesn't go. Oh, my. 7 seconds to go. 4-3 Sting. Cornwall Colts, what an opportunity, but Nick Serzicha, who's been fantastic all year, does it again. Kept in. There's a shot. It's blocked. Another chance doesn't go. One last opportunity. The buzzer sounds, and the Sarnia Sting hold on to hand Cornwall their second regulation loss of the year. 4-3, your final score. What a game from start to finish.